Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving a tutorial on how to do this demonic makeup look that you see here, a little bit of a blurred picture, but you get the idea. I've never done a voiceover before, so please bear with me, but I will be using the voiceover feature for the rest of this video since I did not record my own voice at all. I was on a phone call the entire time I was filming this video. But anyway, that part's not important. I'm going to be giving you a pretty easy tutorial here. This makeup look looks very complicated, but was actually pretty easy to do. So anyway, let's get started. So I'm starting this look off with just some basic liquid latex. I'm putting it in the shape that I want the transition to be between my demon and regular face. And I'm just making sure it's thick enough so that I can peel it up on the edges and kind of make it look like my skin has been cut or the demon is popping out of my skin. For this transition, you really just need your regular concealer. You're going to put that right on the very edge of the latex and then blend it out with a makeup sponge to make it nice and smooth and kind of blend in with your skin. And here I've taken a liquid black eyeliner and I'm creating a nice dramatic winged eyeliner look on both sides with the inner corners and the outer corners of my eyes done. And this is the point where I put on some eyeshadow that I for some reason didn't like and took off. So we'll get back around to the eyeshadow portion in a second, but this eye makeup you're about to see, just ignore it, it doesn't stick around. Anyway, ignoring that eyeshadow part that I didn't even like, as you can see here, I'm taking some red face paint on a regular makeup sponge and I'm blending it in with my skin almost like you would with a foundation. And to make sure this gets nice and smooth, use a lot of patting motions like I am here. You're kind of hitting yourself a bunch of times, which feels weird, but trust me, it works. Here I'm making a basic cross shape coming right off of my eye using some black face paint, and then I'm blending out those edges with a makeup sponge. Then defining the center of it again using a fine brush. Now is the point where I block out my eyebrows, which I think I'll create a full tutorial for later, but just a quick crash course. What I'm doing is brushing my eyebrows in an upward motion. Then to keep them in place, I use scar wax. Some people like to use glue sticks, but personally I think this just stays a lot better. And then I blend my regular concealer over my brows first, and then that red face paint on top second. If you're doing this, you're also going to want to get what's called a stipple sponge instead of a regular sponge. These will naturally give a very good blend without having to try too hard. And now moving on to the eye makeup I actually did keep around, I'm just using that same stipple sponge and putting it on top of my eye with some black face paint. And as you can see here, I'm actually going over my natural eyebrow, which helps create the illusion that it's not there. Now it's time for contour, which there will be a lot of in this look, so get ready for it. Since we've painted our entire face red, we need to bring back the illusion of having some shadows and depth in our face. So what I'm doing here is what you might call a basic contour on my nose and cheekbone. And then I'm also carving out my jawline right under my face using that same black face paint and a makeup sponge. I want to give myself a bit of a sunken in type effect, so I'm just finding these natural creases in my neck and my collarbone and tracing them with a black face paint to make them darker. And now it's time to bring those eyebrows back. So what I'm doing here is putting a fake brow right above my natural brow that's a lot thinner to give my face a lot more of a dramatic look. And this was actually very easy to draw on. I just took a flat fan brush and made a U shape right above my natural brow. And then moving on to the lips, I'm extending my lips a bit by adding a line on either side of them, and then going over my cupid's bow to create a more rounded look. And then simply filling that outline in with a black face paint, and of course you could also just use a regular black liquid lipstick for this. Moving on to even more contour, I'm just doing some basic contouring on my chin. And then also on the base of my hairline, I'm doing the same type of effect that I did under my chin to bring the rest of the contour together and also make my face look a little bit more caved in. Now, starting to work on this transition here, I want it to really look like a cut in the middle of my face, like the devil portion is popping out of my regular face. So I'm starting out with just a basic brown face paint, underlining the latex on the devil side, and then on the regular side of my face, I'm coming in with some fleshy pink tones to make it look a little bit irritated and like it's an actual wound. I'm starting the blood on my neck and connecting it up to the rest of the cut to make that transition kind of follow all the way down the red, and then I'm just pushing that blood underneath the latex so it looks like a cut in the middle of my face. I say this in every one of my videos, but I will say it again, buy the Graftobian blood paste. You will not regret it. It is so much better than the liquidy stuff, and the regular fake blood just will not give you remotely the same effect. Now, using that same blood paste, I'm just creating some drips coming out my mouth and nose using the same brush that I used for the rest of the blood. And then just stippling some of that blood that's left on the brush right on the outside of that wound. Now I want to start with the lashes, so I'm just putting on a basic mascara on my top and bottom lashes first, so that I can get ready to apply my lash glue and put some false lashes on it after it dries. Now, as you can see here, I'm using a thicker, more dramatic lash on the devil portion of this look, and then a more daily, less dramatic lash on the other side so that there's a little bit of difference in the volume. Now, to start with the horns, I'm putting some liquid latex on my face because this is the adhesive I'll be using. You could also, of course, use spirit gum for this. And here's a picture of the horns that I will be using for this look. If you search prosthetic horns, it should be one of the first results on Amazon. And then just simply pressing that prosthetic into the latex and holding it there until it dries. To begin the blending process here, I'm just starting by painting the base of this horn prosthetic red so that it will match the new skin tone that I've created. And then stippling out the edges of that face paint to help it blend in better so it's less obvious that the prosthetic is just stuck on. Now I've come into the base of those prosthetics with the same deep brown I used on the wound to add a little bit of depth. And then that pretty much concludes all of the makeup that I did in this video. Next up, I decided to add some contacts, and I put a red contact on the side without any demon makeup. And then on the demon side, I actually switched between both a yellow contact and a white contact. I think both of them look pretty cool, but you guys can let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Here, I'm just showing off the makeup with the yellow contact. I think it looks pretty good. And then over here we've got the white one, which is my personal favorite. I also had these crazy teeth prosthetics which I added. I'm not sure how I feel about them, but I think they turned out pretty good. And now here's some pictures I took of the look. And that pretty much concludes the video. I hope this tutorial was easy enough to follow along with and that someone else can try this look for themselves. And this is a new style of video for me, so let me know what you think of it in the comments. I'm trying to settle on one style of video in my channel here, but I kind of need to experiment with a few first and see which one I like the most. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today, and I hope you enjoyed. And there's a clip of me waving bye.
Does your vagina have teeth?
What did he say?
This one straight hair. Maybe I shouldn't have got bangs. It's a little bit red. It's a little bit.
Happy to see me?
God, it looks so weird. I hope this turns out good. Oh no. Gotta show him what palette it is.
Yeah.
I'm so professional.
Yeah, you're so cool.
I'm so cool. I look so ridiculous. Am I really gonna do this the whole video? This is so bad. Oh, it smells. Why does it smell like... Oh no.
My teeths.